We still have comedy, though. We still have great comedy out there. There's always rambling Joe Biden. What the fuck? Joe says shit that even people with Tourette's go, no. No. What is going on? Joe is like your uncle who's on a new drug and hasn't got the dosage right. I'm proud to work with Barack America. He's not a superhero, you idiot. Come here. When FDR was on television, there was no TV back then. Come here, Joe. Sit down. And Donald Trump is the Wizard of Oz. He is the guy. It's a man, he plays Monopoly with real fucking buildings. This is a scary man. And he owns all these beauty pageants, Miss America, Miss Universe. Isn't that a bit like Michael Vick owning a series of pet stores? It's like, it's a fucking catch-and-release program for him.
Charlotte, North Carolina. A lawyer purchased a box of very rare and expensive cigars, then insured them against many other things, fire. Within a month, he had smoked all 24 of these great cigars, and without yet having made even his first premium payment on the policy, the lawyer filed a claim against the insurance company. In his claim, the lawyer stated the cigars were lost in a series of small fires. The insurance company refused to pay, citing the obvious reason that the man had consumed the cigars in a normal fashion. The lawyer sued and won. Stay with me here. Delivering the ruling, the judge agreed with the insurance company that the claim was frivolous. The judge stated, nevertheless, that the lawyer had a policy from the company which it had warranted that the cigars were insurable, and also guaranteed that it would insure them against fire, without defining what was considered to be acceptable fire, and was obligated to pay the claim. Rather than endure lengthy and costly appeal process, the insurance company accepted the ruling and paid $15,000 to the lawyer for his loss of the 24 cigars lost in the fire. Now the best part. After the lawyer cashed the check, the insurance company had him arrested on 24 counts of arson.
It has 118 rooms, half of them bedrooms, 33 bathrooms, a theater, and just in case, 3 bomb shelters. During the 70s, the federal government held it as a presidential retreat, but gave it back because it couldn't afford the $1 million a year upkeep. Well, the house is Mar-a-Lago. Now, if the government couldn't afford it, you might wonder who could. Meet Donald Trump, real estate man and multimillionaire.
Yeah. Slavery was not invented by white people. It did not start in 1619 when the first slaves came to Jamestown. It existed before then. It did not start in 1492 when Columbus discovered the New World. In fact, when the intrepid explorer landed in the Bahamas, the native Taino tribe hoped that he would help them defeat their aggressive neighbors, the Caribs. The Caribs enslaved the Taino and, on occasion, served them for dinner.
Whoa.
Slavery existed in Africa, Asia, and the Middle East.
Yeah, we knew that.
The word slave actually comes from the Slavs of Eastern Europe.
Slavic.
Millions of them, all white by the way, were captured and enslaved by Muslims in the 9th century and later by the Ottoman Turks. Slavery existed when the Roman Empire controlled the Mediterranean and most of Europe from the 1st through the 5th centuries. Slavery existed when Alexander the Great conquered Persia in the 4th century BC. It was so common that Aristotle simply considered it natural. The slave-master model was just how the world operated in the great philosopher's day. Slavery existed during the time of the ancient Egyptians 5,000 years ago. As far back as we can go in human history, we find slavery. Slaves were a major item of commerce. As much as 1/3 of the population of the ancient world was enslaved.
That makes sense.
White people were the first to formally put an end to slavery.
You do know that?
In 1833, Britain was the first country in the history of the world to pass a Slavery Abolition Act. They were quickly followed by France, who in 1848 abolished slavery in her many colonies. Then, of course, came the 13th Amendment in the United States Constitution. After centuries of human slavery, white men led the world in putting an end to the abhorrent practice. That includes the 300,000 Union soldiers, overwhelmingly white, who died during the Civil War.
These large gatherings, just hold on a second, y'all. I promise you, we have time to talk. It's important that we speak of these dynamics in an appropriate way. This is not to obfuscate what is actually taking place.
This was the scene near Roosevelt and Canal Sunday night. Groups looted a convenience store. More than 36 teenagers were arrested, along with a 12-year-old and at least one 20-year-old. Store owners say it was the second such incident in that area in just the past few weeks. And today, Mayor Johnson commended Chicago police for the way they handled it.
To the best of their ability, I believe that they attempted to engage with our young people, with community partners, giving as much warning as they possibly could. And, unfortunately, arrests, were made.
Stop talking right now. Who is Ashley in this class right now? You?
That's Ashley.
That's Ashley? Yeah. That's Ashley?
Yeah, it's Ashley. That's her name, Ashley. What do you need to know about Ashley?
Huh. You know what? I'd probably just ask you. You know everything about Ashley, right? You know everything about your little teacher?
Where are you going with this?
I saw your text messages.
What text messages? I don't see
The one where you're sending back and forth to each other.
Ooh.
The one where you're asking for extra credit outside of school. The ones where you're sending pictures that you probably shouldn't be sending to your teacher.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about these. Yeah,
Can
that one.
Can we discuss this after class?
And that one.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like that one's probably your favorite though, huh? Because, yeah, we
Can
talked about that last week. I
discuss
thought that was the
after
best thing. No,
No,
let's talk
really.
about it right now. Go ahead, Ashley.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
No.
Gosh.
That wasn't her in the picture?
What picture? I didn't see no picture. I
You didn't see a
text.
picture?
That's text. What picture?
Oh no.
You're gonna make me re-look at these pictures right now. Are you serious?
Can we do this after class?
This is embarrassing.
Hey,
I cannot
after this
believe
after class, this is not cool.
this, that, wow. We haven't done that, and you know what? That's not even the point. Why are you talking, one, to your teacher, and two, to someone's husband? What is wrong with you?
I'm literally not doing anything. I don't know what you're talking about. But if I did, what are you going to do? Yeah?
You feel no remorse for these actions?
Or what are you gonna? Maybe you should keep your man on a leash.
Maybe you should do your schoolwork so you don't have to use a head that isn't on your neck.
Okay, well maybe if you didn't look like that, your man wouldn't be looking other places.
As a professional?
No, she didn't mean that. It's just, can we just discuss this later?
No, we cannot
This is
discuss
very
this
awkward.
later. We can't. Yeah, I agree. This is very awkward. And that disrespect is what you are attracted to now?
Well, he's
How
not
far
attracted
you
to a
falling?
pantsuit, so
No,
not pulling much off in a pantsuit. You look just like
no,
it.
please.
Honey,
So-
at
Don't.
least I'm wearing clothes. You have no respect for yourself.
I have.
Look at these.
different
Look at
clothes.
these tattoos.
Which one
I
with
see your
tattoos? I don't
shoulders.
know.
Okay, and
Where's your tattoo? We've been married how many years? Where's your tattoo?
yeah, you wouldn't know where it is, would you?
Oh, and you would, wouldn't you?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, then that means you do the thing, and that's shameful, and that is disgusting.
Oh my
I think
We turn now to a frightening trend in Ohio. Children disappearing in record numbers. According to the Ohio Attorney General's office, more than 1,000 children have been reported missing so far this year, with a large number of those disappearances happening in the Cleveland area.